Hello everyone. Today we have a very important announcement to discuss. This week, Facebook very unexpectedly completely changed the way that promotions are run for all brands. And it's taken a while for us to digest, and I think it will continue to take a while for us to figure it out, but yeah, I figured we might as well just kind of...
Yeah, tell us first what happened.
Okay.
What did they change?
So the big announcement was that Facebook is now going to allow promotions directly on the timeline. So it's kind of funny because when Facebook first created brand pages, people would just kind of post like, hey, write a comment for the chance to win a gift certificate, things like that. And then you'd actually go in and read the terms, and that was actually against the terms. You would have to go and create a tab and then promote that tab. Right. It was done in an effort originally to reduce spam and not annoy users, but considering all the advertising on Facebook...
They've given up on that.
Yeah.
We'll just go ahead and annoy people.
Yeah. So now you can enter a promotion by liking, commenting, or sharing on a post.
Not sharing.
Not sharing, just liking or commenting.
Right.
Okay. And just posting directly onto a brand page wall.
Yes.
Okay. Voting, likes now equal voting. People can enter promotions by directly messaging a page. You cannot, I guess it's you couldn't do this and you still can't, but tag yourself on a picture to be entered to win.
Which IKEA sort of famously did in like 2008 or 2009. Got great results, but it was illegal. I don't know how they stayed out of Facebook jail.
I'm guessing money probably had something to do with it. But you can ask people to submit names of new products in exchange for the chance to win a prize. So yeah, so those are basically all the big changes. So I guess let's talk about kind of the good and bad things about that.
Well, there is some good to this. The good is that Facebook engagement rates have been dropping, and we've looked at this across hundreds of pages, and they've been dropping dramatically since they changed their algorithm September or so of last year. And so I think this is part of an effort to increase engagement for brands on their pages. So that's very good. For small companies that are doing, or anyone doing a minor promotion, giving away t-shirts or something with a very small value, it's a much easier way to do it than driving people off to a tab or an application or a microsite or however. That's also good. So I think from those perspectives, it should help small businesses. It should help drive engagement for everyone, and it could be fun done properly.
Absolutely, yeah. I immediately thought like, oh, this would be great for, some mom and pop store that has no idea how to program, or anything like that. Whereas, it's very intuitive. Just like write a post, have a little call to action, and then.
And a lot of those little mom and pops have been doing it anyway.
Right.
Because they're not big enough for anyone to notice and chase them down and make them stop. So now they're legal.
Yeah, which is definitely good to hear. Okay, so despite this kind of cool new update, there are quite a few issues.
There are. And there's companies that just make Facebook apps like Wildfire, who were at first like, are we out of business? And really, there's problems with this. If you want to run a contest that complies with the law, that complies with terms and conditions that you need to set to comply with Facebook terms of service, and that is fair, it's not so easy. So I'll start. Among the challenges are, likes right now don't have a timestamp associated with them that you can get to. So if you have a post and you say anyone who enters between the time we posted and midnight on August 31st, and we'll pick a winner from there, you can't tell without some trickery when people hit those likes unless you stay up at midnight and sort of close it. So they haven't fixed anything on the tech side to make it easy for us to get the names out to pick a random winner. So small businesses will just go, well, that guy. It's not actually random. And so, companies who care about following the rules, that's a problem. Comments, on the other hand, not so easy to extract. You can extract the comments. They do have timestamps. But if you get 10 comments, easy to pick a winner. What if you get 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 comments? I mean, one of our clients, Warner Brothers, has the Harry Potter page. They'll get 1 million interactions on a single post. I mean, if that was a contest, how are they supposed to pick the winner fairly and randomly without some additional help or a tool? So those are two of the problems.
Yeah, a few more. So, okay, so let's say you've created a post, you've picked a winner. There are a whole slew of issues with actually getting them that prize, or
contacting that winner.
Yeah, you could ask them to message the page, but that puts a lot of responsibility on them. They might not see that. They might not know how to do it.
Well, you also have to turn on messaging on your page.
Yeah.
Which for big brands who already have a customer service channel, you may not want to do, because you're going to get a whole bunch of customer service complaints or questions through that messaging system. So you either turn it on, you can turn it on and off, but how long does the promotion last? How long are you going to keep it on?
Yeah. That's definitely a big issue. Okay, and kind of continuing that. So, let's say that you have a community manager. It's their responsibility to reach out to this person. You can have them create their own personal account, and they can message that person.
Right.
However,
the page cannot.
The page cannot. That person can only do it if they have their settings to receive messages from anyone on Facebook.
Correct.
And you have to ask them to change it if they don't, which is a whole nother thing.
Right, and if you message them, it's going to go in the other email from Facebook that nobody checks. Although you can pay $1 per notification to get it in their regular inbox. But again, that assumes they commented, not liked, because you can only message that way. Well, I guess you could message you can't tag them. You can tag them and tell them they win if they commented.
Yes.
You can message anybody,
Yep.
Assuming their settings are correct. But you can only tag them if they commented, not if they liked. So you can see how it's starting to get messy really quickly.
Right. And if you wanted, so let's say you tag them in a comment, say, congratulations, you won. Please reply to this email.
Right.
Then you're going to get 1,000
Right.
spam emails and all that stuff.
So you're the winner. I can go to your profile, steal your picture, create a new profile with your exact name, email, and link to that profile. That, hey, it's me. Now there are ways around that. You can very carefully check the URLs and things like that, but another pain in the neck.
Yeah, absolutely. So one solution, I talked with some community managers that work here about this, and a solution that they thought of that would really kind of solve most of these issues would be to allow brands to privately message people who have interacted with the page, whether they've liked it, commented, or shared something. That does open it up to brands spamming users, but that does help on the brand side take care of all those issues.
It does, but I saw an article today that said Facebook spam currently nets out $200 million in scam money a year already, and there's all those sites that share the funny pictures about cats or something. Well, that's a brand page. There's no difference between that and Dodge's page. So in terms of Facebook structure, so now that page would be able to spam people if they turn that on, because we've interacted with those cat photos. So that's a dangerous one as well.
Yeah. So looking forward, what would you tell people who have seen this and are trying to apply it to their own brands?
I would use this. It's not. We're talking about limitations, but it's a good thing.
Yeah,
I think.
Absolutely.
I would use this for minor things. We have some T-shirts to give away. First of all, it has to be under $600 for any one prize, or $5,000 total prizes, to avoid rules like bonding and registration in Rhode Island and Florida and those sort of sweepstakes rules that you get into. So I would use it for small value prizes like T-shirts, things that nobody's going to sue you over, and if you do, what's the damage? I owe you a T-shirt? Okay, here's your stupid T-shirt. So, I can see ways to drive engagement for small value prizes that may be very, people may really want to get one. If you're a big fan of a certain brand and they're giving you a shirt or a mug or something for that brand, you may be into that. So I would use it for that. But if you want to do a big promotion with decent sized prizes, or that people are going to scam, or you want more engagement, or you want to capture their email address for a long-term CRM if they opt into email notification, None of that can happen on the wall. So there's still the sort of stuff we've been doing for the last, 4 years or so since Facebook allowed this, and this, that need to work in concert. The first question was, does it eliminate these big promotions? It doesn't at all, because of the things we talked about.
Yeah, it'll be, I think it's really encouraging to see that they're doing something that doesn't immediately require, a big ad spend or something like that. They're looking out for the little guy again, which is really nice.
This is the third change in about a month to increase engagement. So that's heartening, because engagement rates, interaction rates, all that sort of stuff has been plunging downward, and brands are getting upset, and having rep after rep come in and say, well, spend more, spend more. I was talking to a brand the other day, and he said, I feel like this is the pig through the python. Like, Facebook's making a lot of money right now, but so the pig is in the middle of the python and it's digesting it, but brands are getting irritated, and that spend is going to go down a little bit if they can't get this organic engagement back up. So I'm encouraged that Facebook seems to be aware of that, because they went to sleep on it for a while.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see. Well, I think that does it for today. If you would like to subscribe to our email blast, you can do so at ignitesocialmedia.com. And you can also follow us on Twitter at IgniteSMA.